Hello Scorpio, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you may have been in a relationship. This could have been in the past. It could be also a current relationship. This could also be somebody that you've met and, you know, there's a whole lot of energy there, but no one's really speaking up. It could also be a situationship. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have, and I have certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. All right. Last but not least, wisdom, a lesson learned. Okay. Scorpio. Goodness gracious me. You have a situation here, not so happy. It's somebody here's feeling very distraught. You feel kind of lost. Confusion. I'm seeing the word confusion. All right. We have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cards that are a little bit on the dark and dreary side. Certain things that may have happened in this connection that do not make your person of interest feel very confident. First card, the strongest. We have here illness, wellness, followed by illusion. After that, we have compassion. Then we have betrayal, doubt, fear, crossroads. Then we have wisdom. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, we have nourishment. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Scorpio, the connection that I have with you, I want to be with you, but I am stuck in a set of circumstances I have no control over. There is hesitation, but it's because of the circumstances that I am in. To you, it may seem as if I'm ignoring you. But the truth is, there are certain things that weigh me down below the surface of this water. They devour me. They envelop me. They absorb into me. These are burdens, restrictions, constraints, responsibilities. Things that I just can't ignore. Things have happened in my past, and I do have emotional trauma, and it does haunt me. You may wonder why it is that I'm not in your life the way that you would like me to be. Part of the reason is because I do have situations, things that weigh me down. And I would like to release myself from this energy and see your shining face. For me, you are the sun. But I just can't. Instead, I drown in a sea of sadness. Depression, desperation, devastation is what I feel, hopelessness. And yet, do I show you this? No, I do not. Instead, I keep my distance. I hide behind a false mask I hide behind a veil. I don't show you what it is. It's truly inside of my heart. That's truly inside of my mind. Instead, I brood quietly, keeping my distance. I also feel embarrassed for what I've done. And I know that I don't show this to you. That's one of the reasons why, because it's embarrassing. I do have compassion, though. I do feel compassion now, knowing the things that I have done and the way I have treated you. I have empathy, sympathy, compassion, knowing that I've put you through hell. And no, I do not really see things clearly still. Sometimes I find it hard for me to understand why I did what I did. No, it's not good. I do know that in this connection, I have tried to understand myself, to know why I do the things that I do. I have realized that everything that has happened, everything that does happen, it happens for a reason. Is there a reason why I betrayed you? Was it a valid reason? There is no reason. What I did was utterly wrong. I broke that vow, I broke that trust, I broke that faith. And now I realize what I've done, but I simply just know the facts, that I have done something I should never have done. I betrayed you. You thought you knew me, and it turns out you never really knew me at all. It's almost as if I was a complete stranger. And now, because of this, Scorpio, I doubt that you would ever want me back in your life. After the way I treated you, after the things that I've done, after the lies and the betrayal, I understand it would be hard for you to trust and ever want to connect again. But this is what I fear. I do not show you that I am afraid. I hide behind a false veil, not showing you that I do have utter fear and paranoia that I will lose you. This connection that once was so true, was sweet. For me, it was divine at times, but I did not treat you right. No. The feelings and emotions that I have, Scorpio, I now feel fear, anxiety. I feel afraid of you. I feel insecure. I do not have any self-esteem anymore. I have no confidence anymore. I feel worthless and I feel unworthy and I feel hesitation because I feel that you deserve better. But I don't tell you this. I act emotionally detached and distant. I'm at a crossroads right now. It's time for me to make up my mind. It's time for me to make a decision. I'm on a path. I need to make that choice. The choice I want. I don't know what I want right now. Because of the things that I've done to you, I doubt even if I was to make a choice, something would work out. I've grown wiser. I have learned from my lessons, learned from my mistakes, learned from the betrayal and what it caused. What it costed you, what it costed me. Overall, so many people I have met throughout my lifetime. And only now I realize that you are somebody who is so different, so unique, so perfect. I realize that you are the perfect partner, the perfect mate that was brought into my life. Emotionally, spiritually, and physically, you have this way of fulfilling me. Did I value that before? Nope. For now, Scorpio, I don't show you what it is that I truly feel on the inside. And if that's the case, how would you even know that I have become different? I'm different now. I'm no longer the same as I once was. How would you know that if I hide from you? But the only reason I hide from you, Scorpio, is because of the things that I have done to you. Shameful, upsetting, embarrassing. I am shameless. And I want to do things differently. I just don't know if my path, if I was to make a path towards you, will that gate be open? Or will I just be staring at it from far away, knowing that there's a lock on it forever? Will you ever let me in again? I don't know. Because of the things that I have done, I don't know if I deserve that. All right. Well, guys, that is very intense and no doubt quite upsetting. You have gone through a lot with this person, and it's really irritating knowing that there's something special here, and there's heartache and pain, but there's a lack of communication. There's a lack of acknowledgement that somebody did something wrong, and there's not a whole lot of apologies here and wanting a second chance. There's this desire, but the action, right? There's no action being taken. Remember, Scorpio, action can only be taken by those who do not fear. You got the fear card. This person is so scared and fearful and nervous around you because of the betrayal. And that's exactly why they have doubts. All right. It does appear that some of you may have, this is the nourishment card, so this is the corn woman. Some of you may have baked for this person or cooked for this person, and they just realize like how nurturing and how beautiful and gorgeous you are as a human being, where you would perhaps feed this person. And if it's not feeding, you may have taken them out to restaurants and treated them out. But those memories of consumption, of sharing that moment with you, they actually do miss that. They do. And for others of you, perhaps that hasn't happened yet. But they do wonder, what if this was to happen? What would life be like if we were like this? Let's have a look. I have here the Lover's Path Tarot. All right, so with this deck, what I like to do is go a little bit into the past to see what it is that your person of interest was going through and thinking about in the first place. Here we have two cards. Typically I just pick one, but we got two coming out. Followed by a third under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. So we have a Princess of Cups, we have a Three of Staffs, and we have a Three of Coins. For a small portion of you, this could be a third-party situation, in fact. Now, having a look at this, first of all, this I do read in the reverse, the cards, so the interpretation is reverse. Also, I go a little bit back in time where things were going great between the both of you, but then something changed, and you're wondering what happened. That is what I look into. Why did this person do what they did? Why did they behave like this? Not all the time, guys, is it your fault. No, sometimes it's just the way it is with this person. This is for those of you that never received the closure that you deserved. This person could have ghosted you. They may have faded over time. They may have broken your heart, never really communicated again, and you're wondering what happened. Just hoping one day to perhaps hear from them. But it never happened. All right. Let's have a look. Princess of Cups. The Princess of Cups, it does talk about somebody who is very gentle. This person views you, Scorpio, as somebody who is the Princess of Cups. So they viewed you as somebody who's gentle, intuitive, loyal even. But certain things started to change. They felt that at some point in time, the grace and the talent that used to be there changed. And because of this, that emotional receptivity was not being given by them. They may have had an enticing invitation, and they also may have felt that at some point in time, there was an empty offer or an invitation in this connection. Your person of interest may have been the person who was providing this empty offer, this empty invitation. There was a feeling of fickleness or immaturity of affection. So here, your person was very changeable. They were not really focused. But the connection that they had with you, the feeling that they had, it was not of a mature sort of individual. This was somebody who is a princess, right? Very much like a page, right? So not a page, it's a page, not a knight or a queen or a king. So you're really dealing with somebody here who was also very youthful, very vibrant. Even though they see you as this, I'm also seeing them as this as well. You guys actually share certain qualities and traits that are very similar. That's also why you liked each other. But we do see here how this person, they were very inconsistent. They were very unreliable. And any sort of messages or any sort of communication that was going through, let's just put it this way. It could have been better. It talks about ambivalence and codependence. We also have here the Three of Staves. So what else was on this person's mind at the time? We have here how they had ambitious plans that may not have been grounded in reality. Frustrating delays. There was a lack of realistic action. Goals could have been met. There was an inability to transform their goals into a realistic action. So it does seem as if because they were so youthful, because their mindset is so young and immature and maybe even inexperienced, the type of decisions that they were making, the type of plans that they were making with you, Scorpio, it was not on a strong foundation. It was not realistic. It was not practical. It was not logical. It was not rational. But two main things. It was not practical or realistic. It was just like, yeah, we could do this. We could do that. I mean, for example, yeah, we can move in. All right. For example, however, you're not even exclusive, or this person doesn't even have a job, right? So how was that practical, right? Or we're going to go on that cruise and yet there's no money. Or there's some argument that just wasn't resolved and this person has pushed it to the side, but they're just absolutely being unrealistic. Like what I'm seeing here is somebody who really avoided difficult conversations. And it's because of that sense of that lack of maturity. That's the problem I'm seeing here. We have here the Three of Coins. Let's have a look. All right. Three of Coins traditionally is quite nice, but here we are looking at the opposite. This does talk about rechecking plans for expansion. Are they practical? Question mark. Oh my God. The word practical is the theme of this reading, okay? Time to confer with those who may be more experienced. Aha, there you go. So, rechecking plans for expansion. So they made plans and they were rechecking them. Were they even practical? They didn't know because they were immature. So what did they do according to this card? They conferred. They talked to other people who may have been more experienced. They talked to friends. They talked to family. This is the issue. Guys, you were dealing with somebody who may have seemed to be someone that wanted to take things to the next level, very mature. Emotionally, they may have seemed and appeared, literally appeared, quote, right? Very mature, but they were not. And then when they were trying to change, they didn't even know what to do. So they were trying to get suggestions or help or advice from others, and they were hesitating connecting with you. Unfortunately, everything that this person did went downhill. Yep. And it's not like they did it on purpose. When somebody, okay, there's that saying, right? You don't know what you don't know. And that's what happened here. The only reason why they don't know is because they're immature and inexperienced. But definitely the key word here is practicality. You may have been in a connection where you thought, you know what, this person just like, ideas just come right out of there, you know what. Yeah, it's just like nothing makes sense. Nothing's practical. Nothing's realistic. Always these ideas that just don't make any sense. Seven of Wands. So here I have the Beginner's Tarot. So I'm just going to look at any actions, any plans, any intentions this person has towards you. Wow, not bad at all. They have been through a few things. Good. And that's the thing. Life's lessons, right? We had wisdom, right? So there is that sense of wisdom that is coming, hopefully, in their life. But before they didn't. So it was, I do these readings, guys, back to back. Sometimes I don't even know if it is a correct one. Yep, you did have wisdom. So yeah, you have wisdom over here, I believe, earlier. Okay. So yes, you did have wisdom. This person now, so that's the current, the first set of cards is the current status. So currently they are wise. The second set of cards, that was in the past. They were not wise. So this shows us that a lot has changed, and thumbs up, yes, they have grown a little wiser, but they're not able to tell you. They just feel like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. I don't know what to do. This is what they're feeling. We have here the Seven of Wands. This does talk about a lot of struggle and how this person may have had certain plans, certain ambitions in their life, but there's a lot of obstacles, a lot of combativeness, struggle, disagreements, defensiveness. So there is definitely a little bit of immaturity here, and I'm seeing it from within them, but also people that are causing problems in their life. Their opinions matter to them. And that's probably why with the Three of Coins that you just had earlier, it did talk about them consulting with others. So I do see a little bit, for some of you it might be a little bit, for some of you it might be a lot. But what I do see is interference. Interference from external sources. Now keep in mind, not everybody that interferes has bad intentions. Some of them do, however. You're going to have to take it as it resonates. We have here a beautiful card. The Fool. It is sweet. Yeah, it's innocent. This is the character of the person. You are dealing with somebody who is very rash, somebody who takes action first and thinks later. The problem is that if this person jumps into a relationship, it may finish as soon as it had started. So Not a good idea to jump into a relationship when you have this sort of character. This person is very impulsive, compulsive, and aggressive. Like I said, they take action first and they think later. Not good. We also have here the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups here, it talks about how in this connection your person of interest really feels. That sense of forgiveness. They want to say sorry. And they are overwhelmed with love. Does this person love you? Scorpio, you got beautiful cards here. Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. Love and passion. Beautiful. Does this person love you? Yes, they do. Are they going to ask for forgiveness? They do want to. But their way of approach, because they feel so hesitant and because they feel that they're stuck in a certain set of circumstances, they have to be very careful how they're going to approach the situation. So I do see here the Justice card. They do want to make things right. It's almost as if when this person reaches out, because I do see that they will at some point, they're going to be very blunt about a certain topic. They're not going to just immediately, ask for forgiveness or say sorry or something like that. They may even talk about the situation, and that's perfect. Crosswatcher, that's excellent. We need to talk. We need to communicate in order to make the situation better. Okay. Lack of communication will create a lot of misunderstandings. The more you talk, the more you communicate, the better it is. So I do see here with the Justice card, your person of interest realizes that this was very one-sided in the beginning. They just kept giving and giving they felt that you just kept giving and giving, and they realized that all they were doing was just taking and taking, which makes the situation very unfair and out of balance. Here, the overall arching theme, there is a desire, an intimate, sensual desire that they have for you to be intimate with you, and it is growing. Yes, that desire is growing. They're being pulled by desire towards you. They're slowly starting to realize as they mature that there is such a thing as love and passion, and they want all of that. But they can only do it if they reach out to you and make things right first. Only then can things move forward. All right. I have here Archangel Answer card. Just going to do a quick prayer. All right, let's have a look. So these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. Beautiful cards, guys. Very, very positive. Now, one thing's for sure here. We have a year from now. So there is a timeline here, but of course this is a general reading, right? It's not going to resonate for everybody. It's not the same for everybody. It's a general reading. There's thousands of people out there with the grace of God. Thank you. But it's not going to be each and every person's story. Okay, so if you see this card a year from now, please don't freak out. Okay, for some of you, it might just be, but for others of you, it could be just a few months. Okay, and this deck honestly only goes up to a year from now. I wish it went up to like 3 years or 5 years. That way, I'd be able to probably give you more accurate answers, but it is what it is. It's just the way it is. We have really interesting cards here. The message here is coming through. Choose a new direction. So some of you have been going about this connection and your method of approach the same way over and over again. It's never really changing. Here, what the angels are saying, it is important for you to choose a new direction, meaning try a different style of approach. Try to do something slightly differently to get a different result. Okay? We also have here, why should you do that? Why should you change the direction into a new direction? The route is the same. The destination is the same, but the route, might be different. The reason why it's being suggested is because the situation will improve if you do this. So you may be approaching the situation ABC, okay? But your approach should actually change to XYZ. That's how it should work. That way, the result will be different, but the situation will improve. Now, it may take from now until the next year or a few months, but whatever is going to happen, you have the perfect timing card here. It will happen in perfect timing, meaning divine timing. We also have here a focus on improving health. Some of you, because this really was, oh my God, a very difficult reading because there's not a whole lot of progress in terms of interaction. This person's not really communicating with you the way that you would like them to. They're not really giving you much of an answer or settling down or being exclusive. Even being mature and having that adult conversation, like they're not doing it. And here I have improving health. The reason why all of that is important is because for some of you, it's really stressing you out. It has stressed some of you out so much that it has affected your health. Now, the health does mean your mind, body, spirit, and your soul. Not just one of them, but all of them. Even if one of them is out of balance, you just won't feel you won't feel right. You won't feel so great. We also have here communicate clearly. So there will be a time to communicate, but when the time comes, it is suggested to be very clear and concise when you are speaking, what you are going to say, how you are going to say it. I often talk about the I method. So if it's a difficult conversation, try to start with the I method, meaning I believe, ... I think, ... I feel, ... It's less aggressive. You get your point across, and it's more of a conversation where the both of you can start talking. It's not like you're just probing them, okay? Very gentle approach. And when you communicate via text, for example, I recommend usually just try to send like 4 points. Do not send paragraphs, guys. The person will not value your time. They will also get lost in the details. And even though you may wish to write so much, I'm sorry, you're going to have to create it a bit and make it more concise so that you can actually get your point across, and the person will remember that point. Here we also have success. This is a beautiful card to have. Also, under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, you have there's something better. So it is going to be successful. The communication that you're going to have, a year from now, the situation will improve as long as you choose a different method of approach when it comes to this specific person. Now, the overall arching theme, 2 things here. Something's better, something is going to happen that you were not expecting. So something better is going to happen. Regarding the situation, you thought it could only get this good. No, it's going to get better. Okay? So things will be much better. From what they are right now, things are going to improve. And you will notice this improvement over the next few months to the year. But the focus should also be on you taking care of your health. Okay? I do have a package for this later. I can talk to you about it. For others of you, there's someone better. Isn't that cool? Choosing a new direction. Let's not deal with this person anymore. For those of you that want to move on from this person, this message is for you. Choosing a new direction altogether. Don't even want to go in the direction of this person. No problem. You still have something good that's going to happen here. The situation will improve a year from now or maybe next few months. Your health is going to improve because you're going to be in a different environment. Communicate clearly, either with your person of interest right now or someone new who comes into your life. It will be successful. There's someone better. So for some of you, the situation is going to improve. Something better will happen, or someone better is going to come into your life. And in all honesty, Scorpio, it's up to you, right? Whenever this does happen, it will happen in divine timing when it's supposed to happen. Scorpio, that is your reading, guys. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situations. Do let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. And I do read the comments as much as I can. I try to reply as much as I can, but I do appreciate you guys writing and sharing your stories. And sometimes I use this as motivation, inspiration to create content on my other channel. For those of you who are new, yes, I have another channel on YouTube, and the videos there are absolutely free. It's more for information that I provide to you. The videos there I have are on relationships, relationship-related advice. One playlist I have is on spiritual connections. What and who are soulmates, twin flames, karmic partners, that sort of stuff, past lives. I also have one video on negative energies. What and who are negative energies, how to recognize and remove such things from your life. They affect your chakra centers. So I do have the ability of viewing remotely in your home, around your aura, and inside of your body. Specifically, I just look at the negative energies, what you have, how many you have, and I teach you what they are, how to get rid of them. Now, by getting rid of them, it's basically you creating a better balance in your life through the methods that I have. Very simple, very easy. The Father, Son, Holy Spirit method's very easy. And there's some holy water involved, but it's a very simple, soft, gentle method of getting rid of these negative energies. And when I'm talking about negative energies, I am talking about jinns, demons, evil spirits. This particular package that I have, the Chakra Checkup package, it helps get rid of all of that. Even if you feel somebody has like put a hex on you, a curse, a voodoo, witchcraft, black magic, if you feel somebody's giving you the evil eye, if you feel that your home has any sort of poltergeist activity, God forbid, but it is pretty scary, right? Or any sort of supernatural things that you may feel are a little spooky and you're not comfortable with it, this particular package will help you get rid of all of that. And by getting rid of it, what it does is allows more positive energy to stay in your life. That way, anything that is owed to you karmically, anything that is written in your book of life, it will finally be able to come. Meaning you can also manifest easily. Because right now, seeing this, some of you are actually dealing with a lot of negative energies. This could be related to different types of energy trauma. It could be related to your parents, God forbid an accident, someone passed away, it's stuff like that, right? But have a look, read through it, and you'll find it probably informative. I do have all of the descriptions for all of my packages. And I do have a package also on my website on past lives, spiritual connections. If you want, I can actually do a reading for you regarding that. Please keep in mind, not all of the readings are based in the past. Some are different timelines and some are different locations. It is very rare though. Those are just like what I call anomalies. I do have a description for that. Please do read the descriptions before you place an order. Do I do love readings? Yes, I do. So the type of love reading I have available right now is a PDF plus an audio. So I do give you a lot of information regarding your person of interest. And I give you a PDF so that you do have that information and you can go over it as many times as you want. Every time somebody reads it, they do feel like they learn something new the second or third time they actually read it, which is really interesting because the perspective changes as you read along. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for sticking around. And sorry for sometimes I have these late uploads, and recently it's been the platform here that I've had an issue with. The digital platform that we're on. I've had a little bit of an issue regarding administrative stuff and emails that go back and forth regarding certain content. So yeah, I can't believe it's just a simple little channel, you know? And that's the reason why, guys. So sometimes it's beyond my control, but I do appreciate you guys waiting and patiently and the support. I really, really do appreciate that. And it even frustrates me because I do these things like a couple weeks in advance, and then boom, it's still late. That really, really upsets me. It's just a transition right now. Hopefully, fingers crossed, on this platform that we're using right now, things will be a bit more smooth. There's a little bit of a transition regarding certain things that happen in the background, technical stuff. So please stay tuned for the next upload. Hopefully, it'll happen on time. Fingers crossed. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Please do like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you all again. Take care. Stay safe. Bye now.